COMMS is a company who provides digital marketing solutions for high-tech and telcos. High-tech and telco means Cisco, HP, IBM, Datacraft, Singtel. These are the companies. And we provide three things: consultancy. And consultancy includes many things. One thing is, say for instance, demand generation, lead nurturing, marketing automation. What you learn in the classroom is the framework to make a decision. The problem of the most of the people comes out of, I'm not talking about only SMU, all the tertiary educations here, that they learn the framework and then they can represent it into the paper, exam paper and things. And when it comes to the decision making in real life, they don't use them. They just still believe on the gut and take a decision on that. So framework is a great thing. So what you are learning, how that's going to help you, so how that set you apart from another person who is not having any academic background and jumping out of the entrepreneurship. What you have the advantage of, you have the, you know the taxonomy, what to call what, right? That's the one thing. Second thing you learn is the articulation, that when you get something, and every job is a sales job, so you can properly articulate what you want to say. So that's one. Third thing is that framework, that when something comes, when a decision comes, you don't just take a decision, you go through a framework to take a decision. So that's one thing. But there are more intangibles you learn. That one thing is to be organized, to be the focus on the personal knowledge management, focus on the productivity. Because when you are the cream of the Singapore bunch, right? Like a university student is always considered as a big thing. So what you learned so far is that how to get organized and how to remain focused on a single task for a particular period of time. Apart from that, nothing much. Seriously, whatever you learn is 5 years old, and business is moving very, very fast, so nothing much on that. So
just mainly the structural aspect.
the structure is a framework of mind, how you look at things, how you evaluate one particular thing. So that's main thing you are learning. No, it doesn't matter. It matters in three things. One thing is what you are deeply passionate about, what can run the economic engine, and what can you best in world. And best in the world is a relative term. Best in the world means it may be best in Singapore or best in the region or something like that, but you can be above average on that. So when these three circles meet, then you get your answer. It is not at all dependent on the time. Let me interpret that question. How a company size like us can go to Cisco and say that I can suggest to you that you can do things better with our solutions, right? So if you take that, first thing is the focus. Focus is, we never got diverted from that. We only do and understand and service to high-tech and telcos, right? And that focus gives us lots of leverage, right? There are many other marketing agencies and digital marketing agencies who kind of try to do everything, starting from Levi's jeans to something like a iPhone or something like that. So there is obviously when you are trying to pitch that to a client, and there is a cognitive dissonance in place, right? That how can you understand both? So we just avoid all this. We just say that we understand this, and that discipline is very tough, because when you have a portfolio of clients like Cisco, IBM, HP, and who have master service agreement with you, which is a 3 years retainer and stuff like that, then other companies comes in. We had many other verticals came to us, and especially like from pharma, and where the knowledge is a big part of the marketing. So we had to say no, and that is a big thing. But at the end of the day, it matters how advertise is a very weird word, but let me put it in this way. There are three types of media, right? Okay, one thing is paid media, that you advertise, like TV, news, advertisement in newspaper and stuff like that. Second form is paid media, that is PR release, that you pray to the PR people who talk about you, right? And third part is the earned media, although people confuse that with the social media part of it. But yeah, social media gave a big platform to publish your own content. But before that also you can do your stuff by earning trust. So let me put it in this way. What we did, we didn't used to market much. Then last year we decided, let's do something. Okay, we are preaching the whole world do this way and we are not doing it for ourselves. That's not fair. So we started doing this B2 Bento blog. And didn't do any marketing or something like that. Just produce good content, network with people in Twitter and in LinkedIn groups and other things like that. We build up an audience about something, not very focused audience, how many B2B marketers are out there. So we build up a very small audience, about 2,500 people. So concentrated audience. But at the same time, all these newspapers started picking up our stuff. So I got called from Irene Go, from the State Times and Business Times, and in last 6 months we had more than something like 21 articles published in either Business Times or State Times. Now if you look at that, and a half-page article in State Times and Business Times, if you just dollar convert that, as my operation manager was doing that for us, that if you just convert that into the dollar figure, we got more than $200,000 of ink by just free. It's just our time we went into that. But that's what we suggest to our clients too, that don't try to buy the media or pray to the media. Let's try to be a little bit of more earned media side. So that's the way we go. What government can do? Cannot do anything. It's entrepreneurship is about biting the bullet and moving on by yourself. First, before you starting up, you are looking for a crutch to lean on. That's so unfair. They're doing more than enough. Seriously, grow up and do something by yourself. They can't do anything. I mean, seriously, they should not do. I think they're doing too much. They're trying to do too much. So you've grown up with certain thing taken for granted, and that's great. That's great, and that's supposed to be. Yeah. I believe my daughter will be grown up, much more pampered, and so that's very natural. There's nothing wrong with that. Problem is the hunger is taken away from you. You don't look at things as that I I must have that, and I will do anything for that. When I see a person coming from much less qualified, much less talented too, coming from say Malaysia or say Indonesia or Philippines. I'm not taking India's here because that's a different dynamics. When they're coming from there, much more hunger to prove themselves. You know, like I'll prove myself to you. It's not like that. Basically, you have to love what you do. I just love what I do, and I like to believe that everyone of it, I can love what they do. I look forward to it. I come to office every day 7:30, and I seriously love to be here. It's just having the fun with all the people, and that matters. That is entrepreneurship. If you're that, I don't know if that is measured anywhere or not. That the happiness index of the people working, right? I don't know. There should be something.
I think there's a theory.
There is a theory. There is a theory. Happiness index, Bhutan or someplace on the top of that. So yeah. So that should be measured in companies. That what are the people? Are the people happy there?